After Tony Curtis passed away 13 years ago, a new controversy has come to light involving Novak, another Hollywood icon. Novak recently made serious accusations against Curtis, claiming he engaged in actions that are difficult to believe given their shared history in Hollywood's golden era. This revelation has surprised many fans who admired both stars for their on-screen charisma and personal charm. As details emerge, it becomes clear that behind the glamorous images and legendary careers, there may have been darker moments. Novak's accusations suggest a side of Curtis that was previously hidden or overlooked, raising questions about what really happened during their time working together and beyond. These allegations are now stirring conversations about Hollywood's past, revealing that even the most celebrated stars could have secrets they kept from the world. The story continues to unfold, and the full truth remains to be seen as more evidence and statements come forward. Growing up in East Harlem, Manhattan, Tony Curtis was born Bernard Schwartz on June 3, 1925. His parents, Helen and Emanuel Schwartz, had emigrated from Hungary, bringing with them their Jewish heritage and cultural traditions. During his childhood, Bernard faced many challenges, including language barriers because he was learning English while speaking Hungarian at home. These difficulties made him feel different from other children and added to the hardships of his early years. His family's financial situation was often tight, and life was not easy for the young boy in a busy city neighborhood. Adding to the struggles, Bernard's mother, Helen, suffered from schizophrenia. This mental illness deeply affected the family and created a turbulent household. Helen's condition often caused instability in their home life, which left a lasting impression on Bernard and his younger brother Robert. The stress and emotional pain of dealing with a mentally ill parent influenced Bernard's childhood and his understanding of hardship from an early age. Despite these difficulties, Bernard learned resilience and strength, qualities that would later help him pursue his dreams in the acting world. His tough childhood in East Harlem shaped many aspects of his character and his approach to life and career. Growing up, Tony Curtis faced many hardships that shaped his early life. Due to the extreme poverty of his family, Tony and his brother Julius had to be placed in an orphanage when they were still very young. This experience was very difficult for both boys, especially for Tony, who felt the loss and separation from his parents deeply. Being in the orphanage meant that they had to endure a life without the warmth and security of a family home, which left lasting emotional scars. The pain was made worse by a tragic event that occurred later when Julius was struck and killed by a truck. This devastating loss tore their family apart further and left Tony with feelings of grief and sadness that lingered for many years. These early hardships gave Tony Curtis a tough start in life, but they also contributed to his strength and resilience. Despite the suffering he faced as a child, he grew up to become a well-known actor, using his experiences to fuel his determination and talent. His difficult beginnings remind us how perseverance can emerge even from very hard circumstances. Growing up in a challenging environment, Tony Curtis faced many hardships in his early years. As a young boy, he joined a neighborhood gang because he felt lost and wanted to escape the pain of his difficult circumstances at home. The gang was involved in various delinquent activities, which gave him a temporary sense of belonging, but also brought with it trouble and risk. During this troubled time, Curtis was often caught up in behaviors that reflected his need for acceptance and a way to cope with the struggles around him. However, everything changed when a compassionate neighbor noticed his distress and intervened. This neighbor saw potential in the young boy and decided to help him turn his life around. Sending Curtis to a Boy Scout camp became a turning point in his life. It was at the camp that he discovered a safe haven where he could find solace and focus on positive activities. There, he developed a deep passion for acting, which became not only an escape, but also a future career path. The experience at the camp planted the seed for his desire to perform and gave him hope for a different life. Through this journey from trouble to discovery, Curtis learned about the power of kindness and how a single act of compassion can transform someone's destiny. His troubled youth, marked by gangs and hardship, ultimately led him to find purpose and a new direction through the mentorship and support of a caring neighbor. After the attack on Pearl Harbor, Tony Curtis decided to serve his country by joining the United States Navy. He enlisted during a time when the country was facing great danger and needed brave men to protect and fight for freedom. Curtis was assigned to serve aboard the USS Proteus, a ship that was part of the Pacific Fleet. During his time in the Navy, he experienced the intense realities of war and was part of the effort that helped bring peace to the world. One of the most significant moments he witnessed was the Japanese surrender in Tokyo Bay on September 2, 1945. Standing on the deck of his ship, he saw the banners lowered, and the formal surrender take place, marking the end of World War II in the Pacific. This was a historic event, and witnessing it left a deep impression on Curtis. His military service helped shape his view of the world, and his understanding of the sacrifices made during wartime. Serving aboard the USS Proteus in the Pacific was a profound experience for him, one that he carried with him for the rest of his life. The memories of those days and that peaceful surrender made a lasting impact on him, reminding him of the importance of service, bravery, and the hope for a better future. After Tony Curtis was discharged from the Navy, he decided to pursue a career in acting. He began his training by enrolling at City College of New York, where he started to learn about the craft and develop his skills. During this time, he showed a strong interest in theater and acting, which motivated him to continue his studies. Later, Curtis moved to Greenwich Village and enrolled at the New School, an institution known for fostering creativity and artistic growth. There, he studied under the guidance of Erwin Piscator, a renowned German stage director known for his innovative approaches to theater. This experience helped Curtis improve his acting techniques and gain a deeper understanding of stage performance. While attending the New School, Curtis also had the opportunity to mingle with other aspiring actors and entertainers, including future stars like Elaine Stritch, Harry Belafonte, and Rod Steiger. These friendships and interactions exposed him to different styles of acting and performing, broadening his perspective on the entertainment industry. Throughout this early phase of his acting career, Curtis worked hard to hone his talent and build a foundation that would eventually lead him into Hollywood and the film world. His dedication to improving his craft and his association with talented individuals played a significant role in shaping his future success as an actor. Initially, Tony Curtis was discovered by a scout from Universal Studios, which marked a turning point in his life. The scout saw potential in him and offered him a contract to become a professional actor. This opportunity opened the door for Curtis to start building his career in Hollywood. When he signed the contract, he adopted the stage name Anthony Curtis. He chose this name because he was inspired by the novel called Anthony Adverse, a famous story that he admired. He also decided to include his mother's family name, Curtis, to honor his heritage. This new name helped him stand out in the film industry and gave him a fresh identity as an actor. From this moment, he began working on various films and gaining recognition. His first roles were modest, but he worked hard to improve his acting skills. Over time, he became more confident and started to land more prominent roles. His breakthrough was a big moment because it set him on the path to fame and success. The name Anthony Curtis became well known in Hollywood, leading to many more opportunities. This discovery and the name change marked the beginning of his journey as a major movie star. Starting from the early 1950s, Tony Curtis quickly rose to fame by starring in a series of films that caught the eye of audiences and critics alike. His performance in the film The Prince, who was a thief, released in 1951, marked a significant turning point in his career. This film not only showcased his talent, but also solidified his status as a rising star in Hollywood. Curtis's charm, good looks, and acting skills made him stand out among other actors of his time. As his reputation grew, he continued to take on diverse roles that demonstrated his versatility. In 1953, he starred in the film Houdini, where he played the famous magician Harry Houdini. This role allowed him to display a wide range of acting abilities and further increased his popularity. Later, in 1958, Curtis appeared in the film The Vikings, where he took on a more adventurous and rugged character. His performance in this film showed his ability to adapt to different genres, from comedy to drama to action. Throughout the 1950s, Curtis's films made him a household name, and he became known for his energetic performances and magnetic presence on screen. These movies helped him build a solid foundation for a long and successful career in Hollywood, making him one of the prominent stars of his era. His rise to fame was marked by his talent, good looks, and the variety of roles he played, which kept audiences interested and eager to see more of his work. During the 1950s, Tony Curtis showed remarkable versatility in his acting career by taking on a wide variety of roles across different genres. He did not limit himself to one type of character or story, but explored adventure films, comedies, and dramas with equal skill. This ability to adapt made him stand out in Hollywood, where many actors were often typecast into similar roles. One of his most notable performances came in the film The Defiant Ones in 1958, where his acting was praised by critics and earned him an Academy Award nomination. This recognition highlighted his talent and ability to bring complex characters to life on screen. His work during this decade helped build his reputation as a flexible and skilled actor capable of handling many different kinds of stories and emotions. By taking risks and choosing diverse roles, he showed that he could excel in any genre, making him a respected figure in the film industry. Later in his career, Tony Curtis showed his interest in expanding beyond acting by starting his own film production company. Alongside his wife Janet Leigh, he founded Kurt Lee Productions. This move was a clear sign of Curtis's ambition and his desire to have more control over the type of movies they made. By creating their own company, they aimed to produce films that reflected their creative ideas and values. It was not just about acting anymore. Curtis wanted to be involved in the entire process of making movies. The partnership with Lee was strong, and together they worked to produce films that could stand on their own, outside the big studio systems that dominated Hollywood. Their production company gave Curtis the chance to participate more deeply in decisions about film stories, casting, and direction. This effort showed his determination to leave his mark in the film industry beyond just his performances in front of the camera. It also illustrated how much he trusted and valued his partnership with Lee, seeing it as a way to pursue new opportunities and explore different kinds of movies. Through Kurt Lee Productions, Curtis demonstrated that he was not content to just act. He also wanted to shape and influence the world of film from behind the scenes. His move into filmmaking was an important step in his career, showing his willingness to take risks and his ongoing commitment to the art of cinema. Tony Curtis had a complex romantic history, being married 6 times. His first marriage was to actress Janet Leigh, a union that faced opposition from Universal International, the studio that worked with both actors. Despite the studio's disapproval, Curtis and Leigh decided to elope, choosing to marry secretly instead of following the studio's wishes. Their marriage lasted for several years, and during this time they had 2 daughters, Kelly Curtis and Jamie Lee Curtis, both of whom grew up in the entertainment world. Jamie Lee Curtis became a well-known actress herself, following her parents' footsteps into show business. Curtis's marriage to Leigh marked the beginning of a series of relationships, reflecting the complex and often tumultuous personal life he experienced. Over the years, he went through 5 other marriages, each adding to the story of a man whose romantic life was as notable as his acting career. Despite the ups and downs, Curtis remained a prominent figure in Hollywood, known not only for his Hollywood looks and acting talent, but also for his colorful personal life. His relationships, especially his marriage to Janet Leigh, continue to be remembered as a significant part of his life story. Despite his success on the screen, Tony Curtis faced many challenges in his personal life that left a lasting impact on him. His life was marked by a series of difficulties, including the tragic loss of his son Nicholas, who died from a heroin overdose in 1994. This heartbreaking event deeply affected Curtis, visibly marking a dark chapter in his personal journey. The grief he experienced from this loss was profound and added to the complexities of his life outside Hollywood. As he grew older, Curtis' focus shifted toward embracing his heritage and giving back to the community. Along with his daughter, Jamie Lee Curtis, he dedicated significant efforts to restore the Great Synagogue in Budapest, expressing his deep connection to his roots and culture. Their work to preserve the historic building reflected Curtis's desire to honor his Hungarian background and share it with others. Additionally, he established the Emmanuel Foundation for Hungarian Culture, which aimed to promote and support Hungarian traditions, arts, and history. This aspect of his later life showed that despite the hardships he faced, Curtis sought to find meaning through philanthropy and cultural preservation. Throughout his final years, his actions demonstrated a commitment to legacy, heritage, and making a positive difference in the world. After a long and successful career in Hollywood, Tony Curtis faced growing health problems in his final years. He battled chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, also known as COPD, which caused him difficulty breathing and affected his overall health. Despite his health struggles, he remained a respected figure in the entertainment industry and maintained his dignity and resilience. Sadly, these health issues ultimately took a toll on him, and he passed away on September 29, 2010, from cardiac arrest. His death marked the end of an era for many fans who admired his work in film and television. Curtis was laid to rest in Henderson, Nevada, a place he chose for his final resting spot. There, He was buried alongside some of his most cherished possessions, symbols of his life and career. His family and friends mourned his loss, but his legacy as a talented and charismatic actor remains. Throughout his life, Curtis experienced the highs and lows of fame, but he always kept his spirit alive. His passing was a significant moment for fans around the world, who remembered his memorable performances and contributions to entertainment. Curtis's life was a story of talent, perseverance, and having gone through more than his share of life's challenges. Even in death, he leaves behind a lasting impression on those who appreciated his talent and remembered the person behind the star. His final years and death remind us of the toll that health problems can take, but also of the importance of celebrating a life well lived. Though Tony Curtis is known primarily for his acting talents and charismatic screen presence, he also faced some controversy during his later years. In 2005, he made comments about the film Brokeback Mountain that drew public attention and criticism. Curtis publicly stated that he had no desire to see the movie, which was known for its groundbreaking portrayal of a romantic relationship between two men. He expressed his disapproval strongly, stating that he would not watch it, and even claimed that John Wayne, a legendary actor often associated with traditional Western films, would have shared his disapproval of the movie's themes. His remarks sparked debate among fans and critics alike, as many saw his viewpoint as outdated and intolerant. Some people believe that Curtis's comments reflected old-fashioned thinking and a reluctance to accept stories that differ from traditional values. Others argued that everyone has their own opinions about films, but openly criticizing a movie based on its subject matter can stir unnecessary controversy. Despite the criticism, Curtis's comments became a notable part of his later life, showing that even those who had enjoyed vast fame and respect in Hollywood can sometimes voice opinions that generate wider discussion. Curtis remained a complex figure, and his remarks about Brokeback Mountain remain part of his complex legacy, revealing the varying ways in which actors' personal views sometimes clash with cultural shifts. His stance on this film revealed the ongoing debates about morality, acceptance, and changing social norms in the entertainment world. Curtis's comments continue to be remembered as a moment of contention, illustrating how personal beliefs can influence public perception and spark conversation about art and morality. Many years ago, veteran actress Kim Novak made serious allegations against Tony Curtis, claiming that he drugged her during a party held at his Beverly Hills home in 1958. Novak described the incident as a troubling experience that left her feeling betrayed and scared. She said that Curtis's actions at the party had a lasting impact on her, affecting her trust and her view of Hollywood. The event was so distressing that it contributed to her decision to step back from the entertainment industry in the mid-1960s. Novak's accusations shed light on a darker side of the glamour and fame that often disguises uncomfortable truths. Although Curtis was a well-known actor with a successful career, Novak's words reveal a more complicated story behind the scenes. Her allegations remind us that stars are human too, with struggles and painful memories hidden beneath their public images. This incident remains part of the conversations about the challenges faced by women in Hollywood during that era. Novak's courage in speaking out helps bring awareness to issues of misconduct and the importance of respecting personal boundaries. Over time, her account has been a significant part of her life story, showing how certain events can cast long shadows and influence personal choices. Despite the controversy, Curtis continued his work in film, but the experience with Novak left a mark on her life. Her story highlights the importance of personal safety and the impact that such incidents can have on someone's career and personal well-being. Moving forward, many reflect on her words as a reminder of the importance of accountability and the need to support victims of misconduct. Throughout her life, Novak has shown resilience, choosing to share her story to bring awareness and possibly help others facing similar challenges. The allegations remain an important part of Hollywood history, illustrating the complex and often painful experiences behind the glitz and glamour of the entertainment world. Tony Curtis's legacy in media stretched far beyond his roles in films. Besides his memorable performances on the big screen, he also left a mark in popular culture through various other ways. For instance, he provided a voice in the animated television show The Flintstones, giving his distinctive voice to characters that delighted many viewers. This showed his versatility and willingness to engage with different forms of entertainment. Additionally, Curtis was honored with a mural painted on the Sunset Boulevard overpass, a tribute to his influence and popularity in Hollywood. The mural became a well-known landmark, although it was later relocated, signifying the lasting impression he made on the city's cultural landscape. Furthermore, Curtis's image was so influential that he was featured on the cover of the Beatles' famous album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. This album cover included many notable figures from history and entertainment, and his presence among such icons demonstrated how highly he was regarded in the world of media and popular culture. These elements combined show that Tony Curtis's impact went well beyond his acting roles, making him a lasting figure recognized in various facets of entertainment and homage. His contributions continue to be remembered and celebrated, reinforcing his place in media history. After spending decades in the entertainment industry and becoming known for his charm and talent, Tony Curtis made a surprising decision regarding his final wishes. 5 months before he passed away, he changed his will in a way that raised many questions. Instead of leaving his estate to his children, as many might expect, Curtis chose to disinherit them entirely. Instead, he left his entire estate to his wife, Jill Vandenberg. This change in his will shocked his fans and family members, who wondered why he would make such a decision late in his life. Some speculated that Curtis's relationship with his children might have been strained, or that he trusted his wife more than anyone else. Others thought that his age and reflection on his life made him want to leave his assets to the person closest to him. This move has become part of his legacy, prompting discussions about family, loyalty, and the reasons behind choosing to leave a significant portion of one's wealth to a spouse, rather than children. The reasons for this decision remain a mystery for many, leaving his final wishes as a topic for curiosity and debate among fans and historians